Hey guys, Chris here, aka Bricknit, and welcome back to another LEGO review video. Now today we have the LEGO 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street idea set here. So now I have it. Do I think it's worth the actual asking price of the £110? Now also once the hype's died down. So before I get into the set itself, I just wanted to quickly take a look at the box and the instructions. The box, again, it's an 18 plus set box, so very, very weird. It's all in black, which is really cool. I do think this makes it look like an 18 plus kind of set. It takes away from that kind of kiddiness of Sesame Street, so it does make it look like more of a nostalgia piece, which I think is what LEGO were going for. Looking at the back of the box, you can see they've had lots of Easter eggs added into this. It's just really cool for lots of Sesame Street fans. The instruction booklet is not as good as the box, I don't think. This one gives me weird Stranger Things vibes, like when Elle is reading other people's minds and she's in, you know, the puddle of water. But then inside you do have some things around Sesame Street, all the culture that's been around it, how it's been around for so long. Also, as you go through each of the bags, it pretty much contains a minifigure per bag, which I think is really nice to see. So with that, talking about minifigures, let's get on to what the minifigures are in this set. And I think they are probably the best thing about the set and the worst thing about this set. So first up in the set, we have Big Bird, and this is by far my favourite figure in the set. I love the details they've got, and they've added here with this really big rubberized piece that they have over as a one piece, kind of like Chewbacca. Body piece is the chicken from one of the CMF series, but in this new yellow piece. And the legs are really, really nice with these side printing on them as well. Elmo and Cookie Monster, I feel like they look really weird with just being a one colour with no details printed onto their bodies at all. Would have been really nice to have seen little bits of paint to make it look like they've got like a bit of fur and stuff. I just think it looks really, really odd. But their molded heads looks absolutely fantastic. And obviously this is the first idea set where they've got their own custom molds. And I do think these were definitely needed. And I do think the molded heads look absolutely fantastic. Next we have Ernie, I believe this one is. I always get Bert and Ernie the wrong way around, but I'm pretty sure that is with this one. And his jumper looks absolutely amazing. I think that looks really, really great. Don't mind the fact that he's got no arm printing. It would have been nice to have had that on this, but that doesn't really matter. I think this minifigure looks absolutely fantastic. So obviously we have Bert. Now this guy's really, really cool as well. Again, they look great together. I love how they've used the headpiece here, and he does have the mid legs as well to make him look a little bit bigger than Ernie, which I think they've done a great job here as well. And last but not least, we have Cookie Monster. Now I know that I'm going to get some hate in the comments because this is the one that a lot of people want from the set. I think he looks fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I do think that, like Elmo, he should have had some printing on his body and his legs just to purvey the fact that he's got fur. He's a furry character, a fluffy character. It just looks really odd. It just looks like he's in a onesie, which I just don't quite like. And again, I cannot say enough how much I do like these molded heads. I think they look fantastic. Just I think they should have had a little bit of extra work put on the bodies. Now we do technically like one more minifigure, if you can call it that, which is a little bit annoying because this guy's one of my favourites as well, and it is Oscar the Grouch. And I can see what they've done here, I can see the idea, but I just wish he'd have got one of those molded heads that I love so much like the other guys. I get the whole point of the trash can and the tile on top to purvey the fact that it's a trash can lid. I think that's great, but it would have been awesome if they'd done like a custom molded headpiece that has a clip on that they could have done that same thing too. I just think he looks so out of place compared to the rest of the characters. So with the minifigures out of the way, let's take a look at the set itself. And starting off, this is one of the first LEGO idea sets that I know of that contain a massive amount of stickers. Here is a close-up of the finished sticker sheet, and as you can see, there are 22 unique stickers here. So with stickers aside, let's have a look at some of the printed pieces that are in this set. And right off the bat here, you can see the iconic lamppost that has 1, 2, 3 and Sesame Street on there. They are printed, which is absolutely awesome. In fact, you do get a spare of the 1, 2, 3 one, which is pretty cool to see as well. We also have printed tape pieces, which I believe these are new. These cassette tapes, VHS ones, they are absolutely awesome, and I hope to see more of those in sets. We get a couple of cookies, which obviously with the Cookie Monster being in here, that makes sense, and cookies are a pretty common piece now in LEGO City, so that's pretty awesome to see as well. And we have some really interesting printed pieces inside the little shop to the side, which obviously by the looks of it seem to be from the Dots collection, so that's pretty cool that they could use those in the set as well. But as we turn the model around and go inside, let's take a look at all the little details that are in this building. So on the lower floor, you can see this is kind of Elmo's little room. He has the train, which is supposed to have that track that goes under the bed, but I think I like how they've done that. Obviously the train couldn't actually physically fit under there, but that's absolutely fine. You get some cool pictures here and references of other Muppets in the show, which is pretty cool to see. That is a printed goldfish bowl there, I forgot to mention earlier. That's really nice to see, and I love the rocket as well. Moving upstairs, you get the iconic Bert and Ernie's room, and there's lots of references to different stuff here, like the clock for the counting. You got the bath with the rubber ducky, which is obviously the very famous rubber ducky song from Sesame Street. You have the paper clips, that's also a sticker there, and the bottle cap collection. But they're all pretty cool, and I think this makes it look really, really warm and welcoming with all the different colours, and I think they've done a fantastic job with the interior of the set, definitely. Going on to the roof, we have two of the dove characters. I believe these are probably supposed to be pigeons, and we have a little pigeon coop at the top as well, which is really coolly built. Got an aerial and a really nicely built chimney, and then we have a interesting piece which is meant to look like a UFO. I do not know this episode at all, but that's pretty cool to see that we see that on the roof, and I don't even think that was actually on the initial idea set, so that's pretty interesting that they decided to put that one on there. Moving around to the side where the Hooper's shop is, we can see these really nice sticker sheets here where you can see Biff and Sully's construction. That's pretty cool how that's a clipped on piece there. And we get some nice graffiti on the wall as well. Nice little details, like I said, with the coin on the little counter here, as well as one of the coffee mugs. That's really nice, and that is a sticker detail underneath there, which I think looks absolutely fine as it is, and I really do like the actual counter. I think that's really cool how that's built up. Moving around to inside of that shop, you can see, like I said before, there's lots of little things on here with like the milk and juice cartons and stuff to make it look really busy. I think that looks absolutely awesome. Using these dots is a fantastic idea, and I love the little nut packet as well. I haven't seen that before, so that might be unique to the set. Going upstairs, I believe this is supposed to be the Cookie Monster's apartment because it has a cookie on the floor. So lots of sticker details here with obviously the count. We've got a nice TV set there and these awesome cassette tapes, one that kind of sticks out of the cassette deck. You've got a nice golden frog up here and a golden minifigure. I'm guessing they're supposed to be like awards or something. Maybe it's for the most amount of cookies eaten or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not massively into Sesame Street. And then on the top, they do have another reference to the count with it being one of the bat figures, which, yeah, it's a cheeky reference. I kind of get there. They haven't used it as a minifigure. So at least we've got some kind of stuff to do with the count in here. And then we also have like the kind of air conditioning meter on the top, which I just think adds like a nice little bit of detail for this set. So overall, I think this set looks absolutely fantastic, and I do think the designers done a great job to kind of scale down that massive set we did have for the idea set and turn it into something that still does look quite a lot like that set, but in a smaller scale and at a smaller price point. So that's it for my review of the LEGO Sesame Street idea set. Overall, I think this is an absolutely fantastic set. The only issues I have with the minifigures is the fact that there are no printing to make it look a little bit like fur, but I've said that multiple times now in this review, and I would have loved the inclusion of the count. I love what they've done with all the Easter eggs in the set though, and I hardly know any of them. Like I said, I'm not a massive Sesame Street fan, but I think for people who are looking at the designer's video as well, you can see the love and detail they've gone for all the little bits in this set. I think it's a great looking set. I'm definitely going to be adding it into the city at some point, and I do think it just really does have that nostalgic look to it, which I think is what they were aiming for with the fact that it being an 18+ set. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Have you picked up this set? Did you also wait and get it on a deal like I did with double VIP and a gift with purchase? I'd love to know your thoughts and whether you thought I was a little bit too harsh on the set and should have probably picked it up day one. But anyways, if you really liked the video, how about a like? And if you absolutely loved it, how about a subscribe? And as always, have an absolute awesome day. If you enjoyed the vid, then if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. And as always, keep bricking it.